Welcome to our breakdown of the latest Formula One news that's causing waves in the paddock. Today, we're dissecting four pivotal news that reveal multiple layers of controversy and concern around Max Verstappen and Red Bull. Stay tuned as we unpack every detail from these stories and invite you to join the conversation. Let's begin with the technical heartbeat of Red Bull Racing, the RB21. The Verstappen camp is optimistic about the RB21, yet there's an undercurrent of concern that runs deep. Jos Verstappen, Max's father, voices his worry. If the new challenger doesn't represent a step forward, the future might look uncertain. This car is not just another model. It is central to Max's mission to win a fifth world championship in succession. The pressure is immense, especially after a challenging period where Red Bull endured a 10-race winless run during the season. Despite his recent triumphs in 2022 and 2023, Max's recent championship win came after digging deep amid intense competition, highlighting that every performance detail matters. The RB21, designed without the direct influence of F1 design guru Adrian Newey, now sees Pierre Wache at the helm following Newey's departure. This marks a pivotal change in Red Bull's approach to car development. Jos Verstappen candidly explains that with this new design leadership, there's an uncertainty about how the car will perform not just this season, but in future seasons as well. If they can't get out of it now, you do worry for the years after that, he remarks. This sentiment resonates with fans who understand that the design and balance of the car are critical to maintaining competitiveness, especially as F1 prepares for a major regulation change in 2026. Max himself remains cautiously optimistic. When asked about the RB21, he noted that while they understand where previous issues originated, only time will reveal if the modifications have brought the necessary balance and performance improvements. It's a situation where technical innovation meets high-stakes performance. The entire team is aware that the RB21's debut in Bahrain and the upcoming preseason tests will be crucial indicators of the car's future. Imagine the tension in the garage as every test lap counts, and every data point could either bolster hope or fuel further concern. As you consider these developments, ask yourself, can Red Bull's new approach truly overcome the legacy of past challenges? How significant is the role of leadership change in achieving sustained success? These are the questions that not only drive the technical team, but also ignite passionate discussions among fans. Transitioning from the technical aspects of the car to the human elements of fan reaction, we next explore a controversy that rocked the F1 community at a high-profile event. Moving on to one of the most dramatic incidents in recent F1 news. At the Formula One's season launch event, a mixed audience was expected to welcome the new F1 2025 season with excitement. However, when Max Verstappen's image appeared on the big screen, the reaction was anything but warm. Boos erupted from the crowd, and the atmosphere turned tense as the Dutch champion, alongside the silent Liam Lawson, was met with hostility. This response was so severe that Verstappen's father, Jos, described the event as a rampage. The moment was initially designed to celebrate Verstappen's fourth consecutive world championship. Yet, the outcome was a stark contrast to what was intended. Jos Verstappen condemned the behavior by stating that being booed in front of 25,000 people is unacceptable. He went further to warn that if such events are held again in England, Verstappen has no appetite for them. The idea of celebrating a champion turned into a demonstration of discontent, as British fans, possibly influenced by recent disappointments with home heroes, made their displeasure known. This incident raises pressing questions about the relationship between drivers and their fans, and whether fan behavior can impact a sport that thrives on passion and respect. The event organizers had planned a spectacle with a video feature focusing on car culture, but the decision to omit live speeches from Verstappen and Lawson was a precautionary measure by Red Bull. Despite these efforts, the negative reaction prevailed, forcing Jos Verstappen to call for a hard look at the behavior of British supporters. The situation underscores how even the most prestigious events can be marred by tribalistic displays of sentiment, where the celebration of a champion is overshadowed by underlying tensions. This segment of our discussion is a vivid reminder of the human side of Formula One. While technical battles and championship points drive the sport, the passion of the fans equally shapes its narrative. As we transition, we'll see how the FIA, the governing body of F1, has responded to this incident, setting the stage for a discussion on respect and the need for change. In the wake of the London season launch event, the FIA stepped in with a formal statement addressing the booing of Max Verstappen and Christian Horner. The FIA expressed disappointment at the tribalist reaction from the crowd. According to the statement, while rivalries have always been part of motorsport's allure, what underpins the sport is a culture of respect. This sentiment is crucial in ensuring that the competitive spirit remains focused on performance rather than personal attacks or hostility. The FIA's spokesperson highlighted that both Verstappen and Horner have made significant contributions to F1 and that their roles should be celebrated rather than met with disdain. In the statement, the FIA also emphasized its ongoing commitment to tackling online abuse. The United Against Online Abuse initiative is part of a broader strategy to protect not just drivers, but all competitors, officials, and fans. This initiative comes at a time when digital platforms have become battlegrounds for opinion and where online behavior can spill over into live events. This declaration from the FIA is significant. It reflects an understanding that the challenges of modern motorsport extend beyond the technical and competitive realms. The pressures of maintaining respect in an increasingly digital age are real, and the FIA's proactive stance on online abuse is a step towards safeguarding the integrity of F1. As viewers, we are prompted to think about the role of respect in our own interactions and the collective responsibility to uphold the values that make sportsmanship possible. Turning now to a more personal perspective from within the Red Bull team, let's talk about Liam Lawson, a driver newly promoted to a full-time seat for the 2025 season. Lawson openly acknowledges the immense pressure of racing for Red Bull, particularly when paired with a teammate who is a four-time world champion like Max Verstappen. He describes Verstappen as the toughest guy to be alongside, emphasizing that while the challenge is significant, it also represents an unparalleled opportunity for growth and learning. Lawson's insights provide a compelling counterpoint to the more technical and regulatory challenges discussed earlier. They remind us that behind every championship-winning car and every regulatory statement, there are individual stories of perseverance and ambition. Thank you for watching this deep dive analysis. If you found this script insightful, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What aspect of today's discussion resonated with you the most?